day 53, I think. And just feeling tired, but also incredibly full after my workshop. And it just, it really makes me come back to what I've already realized, that we come from a world, the old paradigm was all about scarcity, and when we give, there isn't enough for us, or, And I mean, there are notions like, oh, giving is always better than receiving and all that stuff. And I don't like what it's become, because what it's become is that it has women, mothers, and, possibly other caregivers give so much that they do become just depleted and exhausted and malnourished, and, there is nothing shriveled up, and there is nothing left of them. And there is a different kind of giving. There's a different kind of giving because, for example, when we are in this alignment, what I did, this workshop that I did, it was following an inspiration. It was following an inspiration, so already I was moved by energy that was generated with me. I made this decision from fullness. And then everything that I did for it came from that fullness. I didn't scrape bottom in order to get some kind of desired result. I already was full. I didn't do what I did to get full. I was already full from my inspiration and the energy that came from inspired action, from inspiration that led to action. And so each day I would, finish the workshop, and I was like buzzing. I was buzzing. And this actually happens when I do my group Safe to Be Me course as well. And it's always interesting for me to observe what's happening. So what is happening is that I am full from my own energy, because I'm tapping into something that is I'm on this journey, I'm on my path, I'm in alignment with where I'm supposed to be. I'm using my gifts, I am putting them in service to others. I see how I ignite sparks in the eyes of the others. I introduce information that may change their, if not their lives, then at least outlook on some things that maybe reduce their suffering. There's just so much in that kind of interaction, where we give from inspiration, where we give from that place of abundance and fullness already. So it's basically this kind of observation, and it is these kinds of experiments that has given me the understanding of what it means to self-source love. Because through this inspired action, I actually nourish myself from that life, from my own life force. Basically, my own life force is rising in response to doing something I love, to doing something I'm meant for, to using my gifts, to being in the flow, in the moment, and just really being, playing my instrument in cosmic orchestra. It actually feels good, It's not just talk about find your purpose and, use your gifts or self-actualization. There is actually like a reasoning, energetic shifts that are happening behind these words, because when we're in alignment with our purpose, when we're actually using our gifts and giving them in service to others, or at least using them, right? It's self-expression, uncensored self-expression. It fills us. It fills us. Very few things from the outside can fill us in the same way. So what I started realizing in the beginning of my journey is that the way it felt when, like, a lover gave me attention, for example, right? When we fall in love in a romantic relationship and they give us attention, or they give us a gift or something, and it fills us with this energy of abundance and joy. I started realizing that that's not the only time that I feel that kind of energy and joy and the sense of abundance and aliveness. that I also get it when I do something that I, didn't think I could, or didn't think was possible, or maybe was very afraid of doing. It's a kind of it's a relationship with myself where I surpass my own expectations, for example, or I do something that that I used to shy away from. Basically, becoming visible as well. I notice that when I become visible, when I allow myself to be visible, and use my gifts and self-expressing, be on stage, proverbial stage, be seen. When we are seen, it feels good. That's why I'm all about self-sourcing love, because what we're ultimately after is nothing that can be given to us from outside. What we're ultimately after is this feeling of aliveness, and we just have a very skewed idea of where that comes from, and very symbolized and coded ideas in our nervous system. But in fact, there is so much more to that. So just really wanted to share this today, and I need to run because I have an appointment now, but just really wanted to share that because this is how I feel today, and not at all depleted, but very, very pleasantly tired, and also really, really full. See you tomorrow, everyone.